The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
It's another episode of The Commercial Break!
Whee!
Episode 101.
Wow.
We made it to 100.
I know.
We're in the hundreds.
We're in the 100 Club.
When does Spotify come knocking?
Soon.
Yeah.
They'll
What's
be here
Rogan
any
on?
day.
What's Rogan on? He's in the thousands, I think.
Yeah.
I think Rogan's in the thousands. I think he's been doing this for a long time. He does 5 days a week, sometimes
Wow.
4 hours a fucking day. That's a schedule that I could not maintain.
Well, when you're getting paid that amount of money.
This
then,
is true.
Yeah. I do it 5 days
You mean
a week.
those $4 checks we're cashing from the ad network don't count? Come on, Hoadley, get with it. Get it together. Welcome to The Commercial Break. I'm Bryan Green. This is Kristen Hoadley, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Let's try that again. I'm Bryan Green. You're Kristen Hoadley, and
Happy holidays.
Best to you, Kristen.
Best to you, Bryan.
Best to you out there in the podcast universe. Thanks for joining us for yet another edition of The Commercial Break 101. So here we are. We celebrated the big 100.
Yes.
I felt like it went well. I got great reactions from everybody.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I was doing last night while I was editing the 100th episode. I was watching 21 Jump Street.
Oh my gosh.
You know how my TV here comes in 1,462 channels
Yes, it
of
does.
like antenna
Basically,
TV?
each show ever has their own channel.
At every show that you could think of has its own channel. So
Right.
they have like Laguna Beach channel, they have the Hills channel.
Yes.
What I found was the 21 Jump Street
Oh my gosh,
channel.
that's a blast from the past.
I will
Johnny Depp as a high schooler.
Just as weird of a premise as it would have sounded back then. And here's the truth. It did not age well. It does not age well. It is sexist, racist, homophobic, and just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, honestly, first of all, nobody in that show looks like they should be in high school. No one. They're all way too old to be in high school. Mm-hmm. Additionally, they are busting people for the most ridiculous of things. And the cop work is not really solid cop work, if I'm being honest with you. So, I mean, here's the premise. You can imagine the pitch meeting, right? Here's what we got. We got an idea for a television show. It's 6 guys and girls that are in their 30s, but they pretend like they're teenagers, and they go to actual school, and they bust kids doing drugs and gambling and sex. We're going to bust them with sex. It's like one long PSA commercial that's really bad. I mean, it's just like awful. So when you go to, I watched the first episode of 21 Jump Street was on last night. It's a 2-parter, right? It's 2-parter because, of course, the storyline.
They came out with 2 parts.
I think it could have been 20 minutes and gotten everything in. But Johnny Depp's father died, and now he wants to avenge his death, and blah, 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 yada, yada. Who gives a shit, right? And so what is 21 Jump Street is the name of the street upon which the old church is, where they have their secret hideout, right?
Oh.
Like their hero lair, like the
didn't remember
Batman
that.
cave for the overgrown teenagers, for the extra hairy teenagers that are busting everybody. And they have a captain, and that captain, the whole shtick is he's an old hippie. He's like an old deadhead. It's so stupid. So they're sitting around their meeting, right? Johnny Depp at first plays a conservative. He's a Republican teenager, because
Really?
teenagers
They,
back then
made
are
that
Republican.
distinction?
I have no. Obviously not as polarized of a time as it was
Right.
then, right? So they're sitting around for their morning pitch meeting. Hey, I'm gonna bust
Alex
this kid.
P. Keaton was a Republican, so maybe it was.
And he was an extraordinarily popular character,
Yes.
right? But it was a different time. That was a different time, different place.
Yeah.
So they're sitting around and they're having their pitch meeting, and the captain, who's like, "Hey, what's up, dudes?" Johnny Depp is this straight-laced Republican, and he's like, "At 7:05 in the morning, I witnessed, a suspect, blah blah blah, da da da." He's like, "Hey man, chill out, brother. Meditate." That's what he says.
He said meditate.
And everyone around the table is like, huh? Like, they're all like, as if meditation back then was so antithetical to common sense that the actual joke, the punchline was meditation. That was the punchline, right? Did you hear Captain say meditate? As if,
snake
bro.
oil medicine.
As if, bro. They start fights and it's just the worst show. Anyway, I'll be watching it later on tonight.
Yeah.
Because I can't stop looking at a train wreck. It's Laguna Beach held up better than 21 Jump Street.
Oh, yeah,
Who
for sure.
knew? www.tcbpodcast.com is where you go. You find out more about Krissy and I. Read all the show notes, listen to all the audio, and watch all the video. You can also connect with us on Instagram and YouTube right from the website. Why go elsewhere? Why go to whatever else Google comes up with? Go to tcbpodcast.com. And if you're so inclined, follow us on Instagram at The Commercial Break.
It's TV minus.
It's TCTV minus. All your favorite shows elsewhere. all the great content, not here.
Right. Not with us.
That's our pitch.